We're here with Stacy Lewis. Stacy, with how well you've been playing this year, 8 top tens, including 1 win. You do only have 1 win. How hard has it been to win out here this year?
It's been extremely tough. I mean, you've got a lot of girls playing some of their best golf, and it's a great thing, though, as a player. I mean, you want to play against people when they're playing their best. So it's been a great thing for the tour. You know, we have 7 Americans in the top 15 in the world now. I mean, the tour is in a great place, and it's just fun to be a part of it.
Now, you said last week that your ultimate goal is to win tournaments, but you wouldn't mind if you accidentally stumbled into the #1 world ranking again, would you?
I wouldn't mind at all. I mean, it'd be nice to get it the way Adam Scott did, but you know, I want to win tournaments at the end of the day, and being #1 in the world is definitely a goal, but you can't think about it all the time. You know, if it's something I'm thinking about trying to make a birdie putt, it's just not going to happen. So I just have to keep doing what I know is right, and you know, even with I do get to #1, the goals don't change. Just still give myself a chance to win on Sunday and let everything else take care of itself.
And speaking of winning tournaments, you have won here before. In 2012, you pulled an Alabama sweep, didn't you?
Yes,
I did. Yes. So is the key here this week to actually just go as low as you can? And is it going to be a birdie fest like it was last year?
I mean, there's holes here you can birdie, but there's holes you have to really play it safe on too. It just depends on hole locations and playing smart. But it's just the way the greens are set up. They're set up to make birdies. They're set up to kind of funnel some shots in and get them close. So it's fun for the fans. It's fun for us to play, and being a good ball striker, this is where you want to be.
And then finally, much has been made of the strength of the Americans and also the strength of the young players out here. How does it feel knowing that so many of the Americans and so many of the young players look to you now for guidance and to be a leader?
Well, I mean, it's a little strange. I don't consider myself old, but I guess I am compared to all the other standards. But I mean, it's fun. You know, it makes you kind of keep you on your toes and realize that you have to make sure what you're doing is right, and because people are always watching you. They're watching, you know, how you're handling things and what you're doing. So if anything, it keeps you on your toes. And you know, I like giving the younger ones advice. You know, I like to see them do it the right way and learn along the way. And you know, hopefully when they're my age, they're bringing sponsors in and doing things for the tour.
Perfect. And we can open it up for questions if there are any.
I was going to say, how impressed are you with the play of Lydia Ko this year? We talk about the race for #1. She's up there.
Yeah, I've played a ton of golf with Lydia Ko. It doesn't surprise me the way she's played. I mean, I played with her when she won her first event when she was 15 at the Canadian Open. So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, her demeanor on the golf course is tremendous, and just the consistency in her game. So it's, I just like to see her keep playing well for a lot of years to come.
How did you find the golf course? I know you like this place, and especially when you consider the winter that most of people have had, and this place had a foot of rain 2 weeks ago. Is the course holding up pretty well?
Yeah, the golf course looks great. It's definitely not it usually is pretty firm when we're here, but but the ball's starting to release out the last few days. It's definitely dried out, but the greens are holding, which it's nice for us actually. So I think it's going to be a little soft to start the week, but then I think it just gets firm as the week goes on, which is good. And but the greens are rolling great. They're fast. Fairways, everything's really in good shape. You wouldn't even know that you've had a bad winter.
Age, and an 11-year-old is just qualified for the U.S. Open. They can't even go to a PG-13 movie, and they're going to do that. What do you think about it?
You know what? Well, one, I just think at any age to qualify for the U.S. Open is impressive. It doesn't matter if you're 11 or if you're 30. And then I don't know. It's not something I would encourage kids to do. I think I like to see kids get better at every level, win as a junior, win in college golf, win in high school golf, and then come out here and play. But for 1 week out of the year, let's do it. Let's have some fun with it. But I hope it's not a trend we see continuing.
All right. Thank you, Stacy.